Pathmark is the intelligent tool for website lead generation. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in the buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmark qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to visitors and increase conversions by 50%. Add Pathmark to your website in seconds. Let the AI do all the work and get access to 50% more qualified leads while you keep doing marketing and sales as usual. Check us on pathmark.com. Welcome to today's episode. Let's talk about today's guest. We have Robin Saghia, founding partner at Omega Law Group. How are you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing great, Ernesto. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. It's Friday, almost the weekend, so looking forward to it. How about yourself, Rob?
Same. Looking forward to the weekend. Going to the Clipper game with my nephew on Sunday.
Oh, nice. That's always a good time. Awesome. And well, let's kick it off, Rob. In your own words, can you tell us a little bit more about Omega Law Group?
So Omega Law Group is a California plaintiff's personal injury law firm. So we represent people that are injured mainly in auto accidents, trip and falls, slip and falls, things like that.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Great to hear that. And so that way our listeners could get a good understanding of the law group here at Omega there. Would those be the only cases that you guys like to refer to, or is there sometimes another cases that you guys take on?
We take on some employment cases and some sex assault cases. Okay. But our main focus is on personal injury. Mainly being motor vehicle accidents and trip and falls, slip and falls, things like that.
Yeah, so that would be like auto accidents, bicycle accidents, bugs, any type of even drunk driving, right?
Drunk driving. We do a lot of Uber and Lyft accidents. We do represent a lot of people that are injured while they're passengers in Uber and Lyfts. We also represent a lot of Uber and Lyft drivers. We handle truck accidents, wrongful death, that sort of thing.
Definitely. And so say I was just in an accident, right? How would I usually find out then about Omega Law? Is there a top client acquisition channel for you guys?
So we're very hyper focused on the client experience. Part of what we do is we do very good work for our clients. So our biggest acquisition source is prior clients and return clients. So I've represented the same person in 4 different car accidents. I've been a lawyer for 15 years now. I've represented entire families, grandma to, the parents, to kids over the last 15 years. So that's our main acquisition channel. The second to that would be online, just general people going on Yelp, Google. We do have over 1,000 5-star reviews. So most people that do go online that are discerning and do research and are looking for a law firm with a good online presence and good reviews and good feedback from their clients and good testimonials will find us. There are a lot of billboard lawyers in California, and I'm not sure, have you ever been to California?
Yes, correct.
So there's a lot of billboards for lawyers. So, that's an avenue that a lot of law firms choose to take. That's not something that we've done. We focus mainly on clients, prior clients, and reviews and that sort of thing. Another thing that we do is our attorneys, particularly Lourdes, does a lot of seminars. She talks to other attorneys about trying cases and gives classes on that sort of thing. So we do also get a lot of referrals from that as well.
Definitely, and that's important. And in referrals and working with the same families, I mean, that does say a lot about you guys because they have that trust within you. So that's awesome to hear, Rob. And so that way our listeners could, who are tuned in could go ahead and visit you, Rob. They could always check you out at omegalaw.com. What role does the website play for client acquisition then?
It's very important. So a lot of people will start their journey from either online reading reviews, Yelp, Google, Bing, or even I've had multiple people tell us, "Hey, I was referred by a friend, and then I looked you guys up, and I went on your website, and I read your bio. I read about the firm, the history, what you guys have done for your prior clients, your settlements, things like that. A lot of clients are finding us online, and a lot of clients are vetting us online after they've already been referred to us. So they're just, they're taking that second step after they have a friend or family tell them, hey, Omega Law represented me. They were amazing. And they say, you know what, let me go check out their Yelp. Let me go check out their Google. Let me go check out their website. Let me see what they're about. So that's the role that plays. It's very important for us.
Definitely. And so what would you say then is, if you could give us some advice to our listeners, what would be some advice that you would give them as far as some tools, tips, or methods to generate some website lead generation?
The most important thing in our industry is client satisfaction and the client experience. And the reason for that is the word of mouth referrals, the return clients, a lot of times like I said, the same client will come back to you. But also very important are the reviews. So if you have a happy client, that client most of the time is going to leave you a good review on Google or Yelp, and that will build up your reputation online. And so when the next, client is looking for an attorney and they see those good reviews, then, that's something that really does generate more leads, more clients coming to you because they know that you're going to take care of them the same way you took care of the prior clients.
Definitely important, right? Like I think that's I think in the industry, right? Especially with lawyers, who was impactful. If they could trust you, that goes a long way. So awesome to hear that from you guys, Rob, there. And well, then let's switch gears a little bit, Rob, and let's talk about your day-to-day work. I mean, you're founding partner there at Omega Law Group. What are some key tasks you like to focus on your day-to-day work?
So the first thing that I focus on when I come to work in the morning is the clients that we already have. Making sure that the cases are handled by the attorneys that are handling them in our office, and making sure that everything is running smoothly. After I know that that's done, I meet with our marketing team. We go over everything. We go over, making sure that, everything is running smoothly. The website is good. We focus on the blogs. We focus on content, social media, and making sure that everything is running smoothly.
Awesome. So you're, as a founding partner, I mean, you practice law, but you're also in charge of the marketing, that part of the business.
That's right. That's right. So I do. I'm CMO currently of the firm as far as that goes, but I'm also one of the founding partners, and I am working on cases regularly.
All right. Sounds like you have a full plate there on your hands. And in the between,
yeah, but thank God we have a very we have a kick-ass marketing team. I know you spoke with some of them, and we make sure that they make sure that everything is running smoothly.
Definitely agree. Like you mentioned, they had a great team over there in the marketing team. And as far as staying up to date then with all the marketing strategies and trends out there, is there a preferred channel that you like to go with?
In terms of staying up to, you mean like blogs and news, things like that?
Yeah, it could be blogs, newsletters, websites, podcasts. I mean, how do you stay up to date with all the marketing strategies and trends and news out there?
I listen to a lot of podcasts. I read a lot of books, but I mainly rely on the marketing team here at Omega Law to keep me updated on important things. I know, for example, the world of SEO, the world of PPC, Google is constantly changing things, and it's very difficult to keep up with these algorithms, and they're how constantly they're changing things. So I rely on my team to guide me through everything, but I try my best to stay up to date, reading blogs, listening to podcasts, things like that.
All right, great to hear that from you. And well, let's jump into our next section here, Rob, which is our rapid fire question round. Are you ready for them?
I am, yeah.
All right. First off then, Rob, what is the last book that you read?
I just read Traction.
All right. Interesting read there for our listeners. And then next up is, what is one single thing that your firm is focused on at the moment the most?
So the main thing that we're focused on at the firm is the client experience and client satisfaction. So one example of that is we just implemented an app where it gives real-time updates to the clients on their cases. They can log in, they can see what's going on with the case. There's frequently asked questions about that particular phase. There's a video, and anytime something updates in their case, they get an alert. And so they can see exactly what's going on with their case. Everything is, 100% transparent. The way that we work is we like to keep the clients educated. We like to not keep them in the dark. One of the main complaints that we hear about other law firms is they take a, sit down and shut up attitude. I'm the lawyer. I'm gonna tell you what to do, and you just listen to me. We've never done that. We've always liked to educate the clients. I like to do that. I feel like it makes my life a lot easier. I don't understand why more people don't, but we really do like to focus on educating the clients, keeping them updated. We're not waiting for the client to come and ask us, hey, what's going on with my case? We're going to the client and letting them know what's going on with their case and updating them and saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what to expect. This is likely what's going to happen. And these are the scenarios. So that's just part of the client experience. And we're focused on making sure that that's done correctly and properly. And we're always looking for software, operational things that we can implement to make sure that the client is constantly updated.
Definitely, I think that, again, you nailed something there. That I think that to our listeners, if they've gone through any type of lawyers, I think that's the most painful and rest of mind that we can go with, is waiting for the lawyer to call you, right? Or you're calling them and they don't answer you, like, hey, what's going on? And they just put you on hold, or they'll tell you, I'll call you back later. I think that's really, really stressful. So awesome to hear that Rob and Omega Law Group is doing that there. It's great to hear that.
Yeah, we've developed a reputation as a second opinion firm. So we do get a lot of clients that will originally hire somebody that they found on a billboard, and 2, 3, 4, 5 months into their case, they realize, they say, hey, this person's not doing anything on my case. They're not working on my case. So a lot of times that's when they'll call us and say, I called my attorney on Tuesday and it's now Monday, and I still haven't gotten a phone call back, and I don't even know what's going on. So we've developed things, like the app. Every client gets a private text number where they can text us. There's almost immediate response to every single text message. So, that's just something that we provide that unfortunately a lot of law firms in California don't.
Oh, and that's great. Awesome to hear that. And then, next up then, Rob, is, what is that one single thing, if there would be no boundaries, right, in technology, that you would want to have be fixed for your role as a marketer today?
For marketing, I think the most important thing as far as marketing goes is the metrics, right? So data tracking. So what's working, what's not. It's a tremendous amount of work to really track that data and figure out what the KPIs are, and how to even look at them, how to digest them. So that takes up a lot of time, and it's something that we're always looking at. And if we can automate that would be great.
Definitely. Okay, great to hear that. And next then is, if there's one repetitive task that you could automate, what would that be?
We are constantly reviewing medical records. And client files. So if there was something that we can do to maybe, automate that, we are in the process of implementing AI in terms of reviewing client medical records. That's something that we're also working on. But reviewing files and reviewing medical records is repetitive. So, sometimes we get clients that have, 2,000 pages of medical records, and, the attorney's job is to make sure that they go through it and make sure that they know it back and forth. So that's something that we would definitely love to automate.
All right, that sounds something that you would. I think every attorney would want something like that, right? So awesome to hear the. And well, lastly, Rob, I mean, say that what would be that one piece of advice that you would give yourself if you were to restart your journey as a marketer today?
I think the two, I'll break it down in two. So I already mentioned the data. Uh, Data is king. If you can't track it, you can't manage it, right? So originally, when I initially started, on my legal and marketing journey, I didn't have a full grasp of data. I didn't really realize how important it was. So that's something that I would definitely, if someone was starting out, I would definitely let them know, hey, it's very important to make sure that you're tracking your data, making sure you know what your KPIs are, what your goals are, things like that. In the beginning, that's something we definitely weren't looking at. The second thing is hiring the right people and hiring good people, right? So, a jack of all trades is a master of none. So, I'm not a master, I'm not an expert at PPC. I'm not an expert at SEO. It's making sure that you're hiring the right people that are experts in these areas. And that's something that I definitely didn't realize, when I was much younger. I thought that I could do it all. And at this point, I realized it's always best to hire someone that has lots of experience and has done it versus trying to learn and do it myself from the beginning.
Definitely. And you nailed it right earlier. I mean, you said that's why you have your marketing team. You can rely on them. So awesome to hear some great advice there from you, Rob, not just for yourself, but for our listeners. And we are coming to the end of the show here, Rob. But before we do end, I do want to give you the last word. If someone forgets everything about the interview today, what is that one thing they should remember about Omega Law?
I think the most important thing, not only for Omega Law, but any law firm, anyone that's listening that owns any type of service industry business, whether it's a law firm or a doctor's office or anything, it's making sure that the clients are happy. The most important thing are the clients. And so, for me, every single client that I have that I've ever represented or currently represent is a walking billboard, right? So, if you keep your clients happy and you do good work, then you will get business. It's that simple, right? So, the second thing that you should focus on is the marketing aspect, the SEO aspect. The first thing you should get down is being able to service the people that you're already representing. If you can't do that, then there's really no point, right? There's a lot of law firms out there that spend a lot of money on marketing, and they have billboards. They have every other billboard in California, and they're just not up to par in terms of servicing their clients. They just focus more on the marketing portion instead of actually working on the cases. If you keep your clients happy, you will do well. If you keep your clients unhappy, you're not going to do well no matter how much marketing you do, because you're going to end up getting bad reviews. You're going to end up with angry clients. Nobody's going to refer you. Their friends or family, they're going to want to leave you, things like that. So always just the most important thing is making sure that the clients are happy.
Definitely important. And to our listeners, always check them out at omegalaw.com. Putting your clients first is always. Rob, thank you so much for being on with us today. To our listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm looking forward to our next episode at Path Monk Presents. Thanks a lot, Rob.
Thank you, Ernesto. Thank you for having me.